are you doing, Tristan, by the way?
I'm doing really great. Thank you so much for having me. I look so
Mm-hmm.
forward to speaking with you. I know my friend Luke, you're very connected with Luke, and he speaks very highly of
Yeah.
you. So I was very excited to come on and meet you and speak with you. And thank you so much for having me. Don't worry about the time change. I completely understand. The difference is already hard enough, and then the U.S. has to go and do their daylight savings time on top of that, so it just confuses the whole thing even more. So don't worry about it. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, I'm very happy and very glad to having you on my show. Anyway, for this May, I've got program US5 Part 2. So thanks for being my artist of the month. And why I contact you as my artist of the month, because you're coming from USA, you're coming from Los Angeles. So I want to know more about you, because you're mentioned me as an artist, producer, director. Can you tell us who you are, Tristan Ott? Maybe our viewers tonight want to know who is my artist of the month for this May, of course.
Okay, yeah. So my name is Tristan Ott. I'm an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a stunt person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a director. I'm a producer. I'm a content creator. All things entertainment.
Okay.
I also have a podcast. Some highlights that I can share with you right now. I was part of a short film called Molly Robber. This film went to the Austin Film Festival, and it won the Audience Choice Awards, which is really awesome. The audience got to decide what they liked the best, and that short film won. And now it's on its way to the Tribeca Film Festival, which is in New York City. So hopefully it'll do well and be well received in New York. I look really forward to that. The other things I have going on like a consistent basis is, like I mentioned, I'm part of a podcast. It's called High Mystery Podcast. And basically me and my friends, we get together. It's a cannabis positive TV show, and then we talk about mysteries. So it could be anything from true crime to cryptids like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster, missing persons, conspiracies with governments, and all those things. And what's really awesome about it is it kind of opens people's eyes and opinions to different views and ideas that maybe they don't really have, or maybe are kind of resistant to hearing, but it gives it a fun, positive spin so people can kind of like hear new ideas, open up to it, see what's happening. Maybe they see something or hear something they didn't think of before. So yeah, those are the two big things I have going on. And then something that I always push is that along with the podcast, I have a TV show. Being a content creator, that's kind of something you have to do, especially in the times right now. You really have to create your own material and make those jobs for yourself and your friends and whatever you want to do. There's so much happening. A lot of it is creating it yourself. So please go check out High Mystery, the TV show. Please go check out High Mystery, the podcast. If you're interested in seeing other things that I have going on, there's the website Internet Movie Database. Excuse me, sorry. Internet Movie Database, and that's the big website that all the movies are posted on, all the actors are posted on, and you can kind of see what they've been working on. You can see most of the times they have pictures of projects. They have reels, which are short videos of you know, past projects, or like I have a stunt reel. So like if you're interested in seeing, you know, me on fire or fighting somebody or something like that, I have those reels available on that website as well.
Wow, amazing. You're so very talented with your, you know, with your career, with your film, with your podcast. I mean, yeah, who you are. I mean, what's your favorite? If you can pick one, what do you want to choose? I mean, what do you want to pick as a movie director, or maybe as an actor, or maybe as a podcaster? Which one?
I feel like they all kind of help the other. So the main goal is being an actor and content creator. And right now, you know, there's so many people who want to be in the business, who want to be in the entertainment business, or making movies, or making TV shows. And I found that, yeah, you can go through the normal process of, you know, submitting yourself for auditions and kind of waiting for the projects to come to you and all of that. But if it's something that you're really passionate about, and you really, like, I really have so much fun doing these things. You know, I used to work like a 9-to-5 job. Everyone has. You all have to do it to make money. And those 8-hour work days were so miserable, so soul-sucking. And I can go on set and I can work 48 hours straight with like maybe a 6-hour turnaround. Hellish hours, so much work, so much stress, whatever, and I'm happy. So energetic. So I feel like that's a good way to figure out what your true calling is, or what you're really like meant to be, what makes your soul sing, what makes your heart sing, and playing with people, trying on different characters, playing make-believe. That's all kind of stuff we did as kids. And I think it's because it's fun and it's exciting, and you get to use your imagination, and you get to create with other people and play off of other people. That's one thing that I really love about the podcast, is that it's an improv podcast. So we don't really know what we're going to say that day. We don't know what jokes are going to happen. And it just happens organically. Someone says something, you do a yes and it continues, and it makes something that one person could never have even thought of.
Okay, so you're just doing what do you love, right? So I mean, it's like your hobbies and your opportunity for the next career in Los Angeles, right? So I mean, I heard about the artist or the actor in LA. It's mean like, you know, Hollywood lifestyle, and also what do you feel about the, you know, the artist lifestyle, the Hollywood lifestyle? Have you ever feel like, okay, I'm a superstar or something like that, Tristan, maybe?
I personally have not reached that level of fame yet. I think the closest I've ever gotten to that level is I used to be part of a Western variety stunt thing. And it was a live show, it was a live performance. We'd go and people would do different shows. I would do like stunt bits. It was all Western, so like cowboys and shooting guns and stuff like that. And we had these little cards. It's like a little baseball card. And so we would hand them out during the shows, and people would come and like want to get our autographs and things like that. That's probably the closest thing to being a celebrity, or having people recognize me and wanting my autograph or anything like that. But as far as the artist lifestyle, I feel like a lot of that has changed. I would say maybe 2 years ago, it was really important to, you know, be on the scene, go to the places where all the other actors were hanging out, go to the places and meet and make connections. Obviously with the whole new world situation that we're in, everything has changed. The whole industry has changed. The whole industry went down for half a year plus, where no one really knew what new content was going to look like, and what being in that industry as an artist was going to look like.
Okay, Tristan, let me to say hi to our viewers tonight. So,
viewers.
Maulen Hitipio, Kak Oyen. Hi, Kak Oyen, apa kabar? Okay, apa kabar? She's one of my guests of Listen to Kimi FM. She is a founder of Single Moms Indonesia. You know, my podcast is for support our single fighter out there. So Kak Oyen or Maulen Hitipio is one of founder at Single Mom Indonesia. So Tristan, back to our topic. as an artist of the month this May in Indonesia, I mean, what do you think about my country, my town, Jakarta? Have you heard before about Indonesia and Jakarta, of course?
Before being introduced to you, to be honest, I had not really heard about it or really known a whole lot. But after, talking with you and scheduling this live view, I definitely did look into it. I do know Indonesia, and the country looks beautiful. I've always wanted to visit.
Yeah.
I love nature. I love how lush and beautiful and in harmony you live with nature. I wish we over here in the States were a little more harmonious with Mother Earth.
Okay, good. Yeah, you must visit my country in Indonesia. If you love nature, you have to visit Bali. We have another good views like in Papua. It's so much fun in Indonesia. Anyway, talking about your career as actor, producer, and as also director, when do you start to be artist first, and when do you start to be director? Which one first you doing for to be artist or for to be producer or maybe director?
I think always the art comes first. You have an idea, you have maybe a message or something that you want to convey in your art, and then you figure out, okay, what's the medium? How can I go about telling the story or saying the message or entertaining people, giving people some levity and all the sadness going on in today? So I feel like, it definitely starts with the art, and then you look for how you can tell the story. And I feel like I'm a very visual person, and what I love about film is that it uses many different aspects to create a feeling or a story or a message. So you have the visual component, you have the audio component, you have the emotional component, and all those different art forms coming together to collaborate to make one beautiful version of art is film, and that's what I really love.
Okay, good. Okay, Tristan, so I want to know, who influenced you to be an actor so far?
Well, I grew up in the 90s, so I was very influenced by 90s culture, and then as well as like Nickelodeon, like all the Nickelodeon TV shows we had growing up. I also was influenced by my parents who were growing up in the 80s and the 70s, and so they introduced me to all the older films like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, things of that nature. I also, as I got more into physical comedy, I also referenced the greats of physical comedy. I always watched Adam Sandler movies and Ben Stiller movies. One thing that, and same with Amy Poehler, one thing that they do really well is that they make movies, but they try to see, how can I involve most of my friends? How can I make a project and get all my friends in on it? And so they can do what they love, I can do what I love, and we can all do it together.
Okay, interesting because you're influenced by Adam Sandler, right? So I love him to he's very talented with his acting, So what's your favorite from his movie? Adam Sandler movie until right now is my favorite, My Wedding Singer. Are you?
Oh, yes. Wedding Singer is a classic. I love Wedding Singer. He has done so many different films, and that's what I really love about it. A lot of people want to say, like, okay, you're funny, you can only do comedy. And he kind of pushed that to the side, and he really pushed the limits. Like, sure, he still has comedic aspects in all of his films, but sometimes they can be really heartfelt and really touching. One movie that he did that I feel like doesn't get the credit that it should get is Click, which is the one where he has the magic remote control. And that movie had so much heart and so much depth of like, you know, everyone's so quick to get to the next stage in life that they're not living in the moment and appreciating the things that are happening in the day-to-day life. And in the movie, I feel like that was his biggest message was, you know, appreciate the now. Don't try to fast forward and get through to the next project because all the beautiful moments are going to pass you by.
Okay. Well, I'm wondering about this situation around, you know, during this pandemic, industry has, you know, like has down. They have, you know, like postponed their project, their movies, like their films. So how about you? Your project has postponed during this pandemic, or still going even? This pandemic is still going, or, you know, we never know will be over. Okay, so what do you think about the industry movies, industry film, like you do, something like that?
Well, yeah, like you said, it definitely did put a halt to things. Like you mentioned with my TV show, High Mystery, the TV show, you can Google it, High Mystery, the TV show, Beast of Busco, or you can just go to YouTube and find the channel High Mystery TV. But basically, we had shot the pilot episode thinking that, okay, we're going to use the pilot and then we're just going to pitch it to networks and get the show picked up for a season. And right when we were pitching to networks, so we had a meeting set up with Adult Swim. We were talking to different networks. And then, the pandemic happened and everything shut down. Everything got put on hold. All the things that were being filmed stopped. All the things that were in production stopped. And so now that things are kind of ramping up again and getting back to work, all the things that we're shooting have either been canceled or rebooted. And all the things that they were about to shoot are now starting to be greenlit. So things are starting to move forward. There are new protocols put in place. So the big thing that SAG-AFTRA, which is the actors union, the big thing they were worried about is coming back to set safely and how we can continue to work in close proximities but still be safe. What things can we do to, you know, make sure that people are coming to set testing negative, what we can do to make sure that people continue to stay negative, keeping the distance only when it's absolutely necessary to have people close together, Outside of that, you know, make sure people are doing the social distancing or whatever. And as far as the longevity of the entertainment industry, I feel like it'll never end. Just because kind of like in the Great Depression, whenever life is really, really hard, people turn to entertainment. People turn to movies and podcasts and art because it relieves some of that pressure of everyday life of like, we're still dealing with the pandemic. People are still, you know, suffering. What can we do? What can we think about? And the TV and film industry isn't going anywhere. We're just going to adapt and figure out new ways to keep everyone safe. We still want to send out the content so people can enjoy their life still, get a little bit of fun, you know, whatever it is.
Yeah, okay. So we can't stop about this pandemic, right? So we have to do something like us doing podcast, doing show, something like that. Okay. So Tristan, I want to know about the LA, your city. You know, LA is so huge. So
it is.
Can you describe me about your hometown? Maybe are you living in LA since you're born, or maybe you just moved to LA? I mean, where do you come from? Are you LA citizen from your kids, or when you are living in Los Angeles?
So I moved to LA probably about a decade ago. So a little over 10 years, maybe 11 years, something like that. Originally, I'm from the Bay Area, which is a little more further north. It's near San Francisco, Oakland area. So that's where I was born and raised for the most part. And then around 2006, I decided that I really wanted to pursue the acting and entertainment industry. I did a little bit in North California, San Francisco area, but the big roles, the big projects were all in LA. So I moved to LA.
Okay. Talking about move to LA, did you know all, like artists from Indonesia also moved to LA to, making networking, like, making a good career in LA. I'm wondering about the industry in LA. What do you think about, the newcomer, the new artists from outside US, like, from Indonesia, Asian, maybe? Have you ever hear about our singer go to LA, go to US, Agnes Mo? She's the most, talented singer from Indonesia, and she's already, like international singer, and, like having a connected live in Los Angeles. Also, Andy Rianto, he's a composer from Indonesia. He's moved to Los Angeles too for making a networking. So what do you think about that people? I mean, it's not US citizen, but moved to US, like my program, US 5 from Indonesia to US America, something like that.
I think it's great, especially with art. You want diversity, you want new ideas, you want things from different cultures, you want a wide variety of things. And I think having more diverse recognition for people to see. When normal people watch TV or they watch podcasts or they look at their Instagram, it's good to see a wide variety of cultures and people. And I think it brings more perspective and a greater understanding of who we are as people, and seeing the commonalities. A lot of what I see happening in the world is a lot of separation and a lot of like labels of like, this is this, this is this, and they're kind of separate. And I very much love the idea of like, we are all one, we all have similarities, we all are humans having a human experience, and we just have different shades of color that we can bring to that experience.
Okay. So Tristan, if you're not connected with me right now, what do you do? I mean, every weekend do you spare your time like hang out or maybe doing sport, or what are you doing? I mean, in every weekend.
Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, I love nature. I love to go hiking. Every now and then I'll hang out with Lucas, who you've had on your show and who makes music for some of your things. We're very good friends. We love to go hiking. We try to find the most epic, most adventurous trails we can find, climbing up through waterfalls, going to crazy heights and views. So that's something that I try to do as much as possible. And then every day I try to get in some morning meditations. So I go out into nature and I sit with myself and I work on some breathing exercises, and I work on my mind, body, spirit connection, and trying to just harmoniously connect with the Mother Earth. And I personally feel that vibrations are the language of the universe. So trying to get my vibes right, trying to send out good vibes to everybody else. I feel like if everyone works on themselves and creates a better vibe in themselves, that kind of radiates and creates a ripple effect. And that's how you create like a more harmonious, well-vibing world. Is I work on myself, you work on yourself, and then when we come together, we're the best version of ourselves.
Great. So you and Luke have like same hobbies together, to go to nature, maybe like some mountain. What's the mountain of your both favorite for the hiking in LA? I'm wondering because last week or maybe last day I saw the Lucas on the feed. He's going to somewhere, and very, very excited. Do you always doing the hiking with him only or with other friends maybe?
Yeah, we definitely don't always hike together. He has sometimes his own group of friends that he likes to go hiking with, and I have my own group, and then sometimes the groups come together. I know he's planning on doing like a really big hike, one that's like a 2-week adventure, which is pretty exciting. I personally haven't done anything like that with him. Our hikes are usually like a day hike, something like that. We go, we find a waterfall, we have lunch, we come back, something like that.
Okay, cool. Okay, Tristan, if you can tell us or tell me which one part of Hello?
Well, that's kind of the fun part of acting, is that you could try to do any of it. So a lot of times I get what they call typecasted, which means they just cast you pretty much the same types of roles based off of your look. So I get a lot of like drug dealers or undercover cops or the more rough and tumble type characters, which I think are fun. You can play a little bit more, you can have a little bit more fun. When you're the straight character, you're the nice guy, you're kind of limited to how much fun you can have with the character. So I guess I do kind of enjoy playing more of the rough and tumble character. I enjoy projects where you get to do like some cool costumes. So I really enjoy period pieces. Like if I recently did a project where I played a Viking. So dressing up as a Viking was fun. I have a lot of sword experience with cutlass or broadsword. So doing, pirate stuff, or like I said, barbarian, Viking, Roman, all of those things are a lot of fun to me because it also involves a lot of physicality. So whether it's physical comedy or physical action, I really enjoy the physicality of it as well.
Okay, great. So my podcast, Listen to Kimi FM Station 2, is for support indie artists, also indie musician over the world. I mean, you're one of my indie artists for this month. How do you feel being an indie artist in LA? Like I told you, LA, all the people think is, huge city, Hollywood, and also so many people want to move to LA for the best career, for the more connection, more networking. What do you think being an indie artist in Los Angeles like yourself?
So being an indie artist is definitely a challenge. For all the people who want to come to LA and want to start a career here in LA, thinking that they have to be in LA to make all the connections and things like that, those times have kind of changed. So today with social media, like doing this podcast, like doing these live streams, those are really important if you want to become well known in the entertainment industry. It's actually something that they look at more now than they have ever looked at before. So if I'm a casting director and I have a movie coming up and I have two people who I think are equally qualified for the role, then they start looking at, okay, who has the most followers on Instagram? Who has the biggest following on TikTok? Who has, so that kind of has come more and more into play being an indie artist. So one thing that I always say to people is please, please, please support your indie artists. That's one thing that I really love that you're doing, is you're getting the word out there, having people support the indie artists, because I kind of relate it to like where people go shopping, they say shop the small shops, shop the mom and pop shops. Don't go to the big conglomerate, the big shop the personal shops. Give those more business, because those are the ones who need it. The big Costco, the big stores don't really need the support as much as the striving artists. So I feel like that's the same thing with indie artists. Give more love to the indie artists. All the famous people, they're famous. They don't need you to follow them on Instagram and like all their stuff or give them more clout. What you need to do is find the people who are creating the things that you like, who are expressing the things that connect with you, and the people who are putting their heart and soul out there, regardless of whether or not they know people are going to pay attention or not.
Okay. That's why I made this podcast decision all about single fighter. Okay, basically I want to support single fighter out there, and also support the indie musician and also indie artists. To be honest, you are the first indie artist, artist like actor, right? So before, my previous artist of the month is musician, like Lucas Barker, like last month I have an indie musician from New York, Danny Fisher. So when they come to my show, of course, they gonna be, give us the performance with their music. So, how about you? You will give us or give me some performance about your acting, or maybe about something to us? What do you think?
So, like you said, normally you have people come on and they do like a song or something like that. I don't have a song per se. So I kind of looked around and I found a monologue that I can do for you.
Okay.
It's relatively short. And I feel like, although dramatic moments to it, I was saying that I feel like it's a good monologue because although there are dramatic moments, it kind of has like a positive ending at the end. So I can do that for you whenever you're ready.
I'm ready anytime. So, okay, for your info, after this live on Instagram, I'm gonna upload on audio, Spotify, and also Google Podcast, and also Apple Podcast, and also YouTube. So other platform will watch us. We're watching you, watching me about your performance. So give your best performance about your acting. Are you ready right now?
Yeah, so this is a monologue from the screenplay Before Sunrise, and the character's name is Jesse.
Okay, everyone, here is my artist of the month, Tristan Ott.
Despite all the BS that comes with it, I remember my childhood as this magical time. I do. I remember when my mother first told me about death. My great-grandma had just passed, and the whole family was visiting them in Florida. I was 3 and a half. Anyways, I was in the backyard playing, and my sister had just shown me how to take the hose, and you could do it in such a way where you could spray it into the sun and it would make a rainbow. And so I was doing that, and through the mist, I could see my gran. She was staring at me and smiling. And so I held it there for a long time, and I just stared at her. And then finally I let the hose go and let the nozzle down, and she disappeared. And so I ran inside to tell my parents what I had seen. and they sat me down and they gave me this big rap about how when people die, you never see them again, and how I had imagined it. But I knew what I'd seen. And I was just glad I saw that, you know? I'd never seen anything like that since, but it kind of just let me know how ambiguous everything was, you know? Even death. Thank you.
Oh my God. Good. Well, I feel you're, talking to someone and feel so, deeply with your dialogue, with your monologue. I mean, the script you read. I mean, are you reading the script before, or maybe just, okay, for first time I read the script and, okay, just do it with my acting, something like that?
So you definitely, everyone has their own methods for sure. And everyone, even within myself, I have my own techniques depending on the different projects. So for this project, for this monologue, you sit down, you read it a couple times, you see what kind of emotions the reading evokes from you.
Yeah.
And then I looked at it and I saw the different places where I could connect with it through my own life experiences. So, for example, my grandmother just passed. In this monologue, they're talking about the great-grandmother, but for me, I can relate it to my own grandmother, and just the feeling of the connection and processing the loss of someone that you care about deeply. And then when you go to do the scene, you just kind of, I almost throw away everything that I had thought about before. And as I'm doing the scene, as I'm saying the monologue, new feelings are coming up, new things are happening, new images. And I just kind of roll with whatever new feelings and new images are coming into my head. And I feel like that way it keeps it fresh and new, as opposed to like, I'm very locked in on this way of doing the scene.
Yeah. Because I feel that like it's so deep about the monologue, so that's why I asking you about that script, about that monologue. Anyway, I want to say hi again to our viewers. Hi everyone, welcome to my podcast. Listen to Kimi FM live on Instagram. Now I'm doing live with Tristan Ott. Of course, he's my artist of the month for this May. We're doing live with our different zone. I'm in Jakarta, Indonesia, and Tristan in Los Angeles, USA. So, hi. So, we have Riza Haryadi. Thanks for joining us. And I think Riza from Indonesia, and Chef Bruno Wu. I don't know, Chef Bruno Wu. And
yeah, Bruno Wu is my friend.
Oh, your friend. Okay. Hi, also Rizal Rumpa. And also we have Rockboy 99. Rockboy 69 join with us. Okay, Tristan, I want to know about, in the future, what kind of your career, what kind of your career do you want to have in the future? I mean, it's straight on your indie artist, like indie actor or indie podcaster, or maybe someday you're gonna join with the management artist for your the best career in the future, or what?
So yeah, I feel like the best course of action is to just kind of take things one day at a time. You enjoy the journey. You definitely want to have some goals. So for me, one of my main goals is to develop my TV show more. I just signed with a new agency, and we've been talks about how they can help facilitate getting me in front of Netflix or Hulu or whatever to pitch that TV show to get it picked up. On top of that, again, the podcast is something that we record every week. You can watch us on Mondays. We record the podcast on Mondays, and we do a live Twitch So you can watch us live on Twitch, do the podcast. And then on top of that, as a content creator, I'm always looking to create new things, collaborate with more people. I have 3 or 4 different TV show ideas that I have the pitch packets for. I have a couple other movie ideas that eventually I will want to be making. So yeah, just continue to create, continue to collaborate, continue to see what I can get my friends in on. You know, when I get the TV show picked up, Lucas is going to make the music for it. If you watch the pilot episode, so if you can go to Google and watch High Mystery TV, Beast of Busco, that's the pilot episode. And Lucas did all the music for that. So we sat in on it together. We came up with the different feelings that we wanted to happen during the different scenes. And he just made it all. He did everything. He, you know, as you know, he's a very talented individual.
Yeah. Look at where are you now? We're talking about you.
Right?
Yeah, talking about Luke. Yeah, I know he's very kind. He's very talented. He's making my music for my original podcast background, you know. So talking about Luke, maybe Luke, if you hear me out or if you hear my podcast later, so I mean, you know, Tristan, yeah, he's very talented. When I hear his music for the first time, like, oh, it's like, you know, connected each other with my podcast because my podcast is for support, single fighter, the stories, the, you know, the history, you know, it's very touchy, and you know, his music is very, very, you know, very deeply something like my last podcast. He's making for the music. I mean, look, you know, if you watching us right now, I really thanks to you, and also Tristan said your TV show by him. So maybe if we have a one word for Lucas, you're amazing, man.
Yes, I agree.
You're great. Hi, say hi to Mr. Pranarayan or Mas Putra. Hi, thank you for watching us. Mas Putra is one of my guests of my podcast, honestly, and his son, you know, living in USA, UCLA, studies in UCLA. So, Mas Putra, I'm doing live with one of LA citizen right now. So, back to you. And also, thank you, Bahari, for joining us. Terima kasih sudah gabung. Kalau kamu dari Indonesia, we're doing live with Tristan. So, Tristan, we have more viewers, more listeners from Indonesia, also my country. Now, do you have any plan about, you know, I heard you want to make a collaborate with many people. Maybe you have to collaborate with me and also with all my networking in Indonesia. You have to visit Bali maybe someday for your next project. What do you think?
I would love that. I love the culture. I love the architecture. I love the fashion. Everything is so vibrant and colorful. It really plays well with, you know, the visual medium that is film and TV. And yes, sign me up. I would love to. I would love that. That sounds beautiful. Yeah, you have to find the right agencies right there in LA to making the project in Indonesia. Come on, you have to making the project. Okay. That's the great part about being a content creator is you get to decide. You can decide, okay, I want to make something that shoots in Indonesia, and then you find the people to back that project, and you can make it happen. Okay, cool. I'll be waiting for that. Okay. Tristan, how do you see yourself as an artist? We have to know because you're actor, director, and also producer. I consider myself an entertainment artist. Entertainment artist. Okay. The main purpose is to bring entertainment, to make people smile, to make people maybe think about new ideas and new perspectives that maybe they hadn't thought about before. And also to have fun. You know, it's something that is very passionate and I really enjoy. So it's one of those things where if you do what you enjoy for work, then you're never working a day in your life, you know, that whole aspect of it. So whether it's art or not, it's fun. And I feel like when you're doing things that make your heart sing, that make your soul vibrate, happiness, that in itself is art, because people can see that and it's contagious. If I watch something, whether it be a painting or music or TV or film, when people put their heart into it, you feel that and it makes you feel good regardless of what the medium is.
Okay, cool. Okay, Tristan. Anyway, wow, almost 1 hour we have to talking each other, right? So time is so fast.
Yeah.
By the way,
wow.
I wanna you as my artist of the month support each other to our listeners and also our viewers. Single fighter, you know. So, by the way, are you single or you already married or maybe you already with someone?
I have been with someone for about 8 years now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely the longest relationship I've ever had, and things are going good.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, if you're not a single person, I wanna you give us the, you know, support each other for our listeners. Maybe right now he's or she's watching us. What do you think to be success and happy as a single fighter? Even you have a relationship with someone out there. Have you ever feel like, you know, feel a broken heart or maybe feel bad when you're being single, yeah? So what's your experience to be moved from broken heart and to be happy like this time?
Well, yeah, I feel like everyone can relate to having a broken heart. I feel like everyone has experienced it in one way or the other. And as far as being single and being in a relationship, I feel like the most important thing before getting into a relationship or before wanting to find somebody else is that you have to understand that you have to like yourself. You have to be the type, you have to give yourself the self-love. You have to show up for yourself. You have to speak well of yourself. A lot of people, when they're single and alone, they don't speak very well of themselves. They kind of talk themselves down. And you need to understand that you do have good qualities and you do have value to bring to a relationship. And when you can express that to yourself and you can give yourself love, that creates the opening and the space for you to give the love to someone else and for them to return the love and give you more love as well.
Okay, good. So thank you so much, Tristan Ott, for giving us the good advice and also the kind words from you for us. So last thing, I wanna you like, you know, give me some quote. Maybe you have some quote of your life for give us spirit or give us more happiness. Do you have quote of your life maybe? And from who? From you or from another people?
Oh man, that's actually a really tough one to think of like one quote to summarize it all. I guess I don't know if it really came from one person or it's just been said so many times because it's true. And that is that we are all humans having a conscious experience. We're all out here doing our best, and know that you are loved and you're valued and you're here for a reason, and keep doing your best. And that's all anyone can ask from you.
Okay, great, good. I mean, we're here for a reason. Like we're here for some reason, right?
Yes. And I feel like the reason is to spread love, to give love, to receive love, to see love, to see the beauty in the world. There's so much love and beauty that people don't see just because they're so wrapped up in what society tells them is important. And it's really the least important thing. The most important is the connection, us having this connection right now, having friends, having family, having experiences with each other.
Great. Yeah, I agree. And I know that some people come to our life for some reason. Some people go to our life for some reason, you know, so life is for some reason. Okay?
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay. Tristan, oh my God, we have to say goodbye right now. But before say goodbye,
it was so
because
nice talking to you.
Me too. You know, Instagram, yeah, I know, more than 1 hour. But last time I had a live on Instagram, more than 1 hour, but they cut our conversation. Okay, so, oh my God, it's so, yeah, you know, I'm so, okay, for next live Instagram, I will, during live, before 1 hour, before Instagram will be cut our conversation. Something like that. Yeah. Okay, Tristan, what do you want to say to our viewers and also our listeners about, you know, this pandemic and also about who's the people in Indonesia want to move to US? Because my program, my content is about for this May US 5 Part 2 from Indonesia to US America.
Well, first off, I just want to say thank you to you for creating this platform to bring all of us together to support each other. That is extremely important to have support, and especially when you are by yourself and you're trying to create things by yourself, you can get kind of lost in all of it and worried that no one cares or no one wants to see what you have to offer. So to have a strong support system where people can come and support you, they can find out what you're doing, they can show the love. I think that's so incredibly beautiful. So thank you for creating this platform for all of us. For anybody who wants to come from Indonesia to the United States and pursue acting, I say if it's truly what makes you happy, that the process of coming out and the journey is going to bring you joy and fulfillment, I say do it. If you're just looking for the end result of I want to be famous, there's definitely other ways to go about it. You don't need to uproot your whole life and come to the United States if you want to be famous. But if that adventure sounds good to you and sounds fun to your soul, coming out to pursue your dream and to try to make something happen, I say go for it. I'm a big advocate for people doing things that they're passionate about, that brings them happiness, that makes their soul sing. Just know that there's going to be challenges and there's going to be hardships, and it's going to come down to your love and enjoyment of the process to see all of that through and get to the end goal.
Okay, so everyone in Indonesia, teman-teman di Indonesia, jangan takut katanya kalau mau ke US, pergi aja. Jalanin karirnya lebih baik karena ya Hollywood, LA, tempatnya kita kalau pengen menjadi artis atau menjadi aktor gitu ya, seperti Tristan Ott. I mean, I say it, if you wanna go to US, yes, go ahead. Don't wait, just go ahead. Hopefully this pandemic will be over soon, will be past soon, because, you know, it's very, very hard doing anything this pandemic. Have you doing vaccine, Tristan?
Excuse me?
Vaccine?
The vaccination?
Yeah.
I
vaccination,
personally have... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you're doing vaccination on your country?
The country is doing the vaccinations, yes. They've rolled it out to pretty much everybody who wants it at this point. I personally say, it's your body, it's your choice. Whatever you want to do with yourself, you can do. I personally have not decided to take the vaccine yet, just because I feel like I don't want to be part of the human experiment right now. It's new. It hasn't been tested. I'll do it maybe later. I don't know. I don't need to be the first one to do it, though.
Okay. Yeah, that's your choice. We don't have to any complaint to, this vaccination, right? So anyway, so hopefully this pandemic will be passed soon. Whatever you do, whatever you're doing, just stay safe, Tristan, and stay healthy, okay?
I agree. I want you to stay safe and healthy and happy as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. And once again, thank you so much for joining and having you on my show. It's like, I feel so honored and being so glad, of course. And last thing first, before we're closing, I want you to say something to Indonesia, like, thank you. Is terima kasih, that's first. And also, selamat malam, it's like good evening or good night. Can you do that?
Sorry, say it one more time.
Thank you is terima kasih.
Terima kasih?
Yeah. Terima kasih is thank you.
Terima kasih, Indonesia. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you.
Okay, and then selamat malam is good evening or good night. Selamat malam.
Malat malam?
Selamat malam.
Malat malam. Good evening. Thank you. I feel like I'm butchering it. I'm not saying it right. I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
No worries. I feel so you're doing great with terima kasih and also selamat malam in Indonesia, which means like thank you and also good night. Anyway, Tristan, once again, thank you so much for joining on my show, and once again, success for you and stay healthy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate being here. Thank you again for creating the platform for all of us to support each other. Please check out my Instagram at Tristan Ott the Thespian. Check out my TikTok, Tristan Ott High Mystery TV. Google the TV show High Mystery TV, Beast of Busco episode. Thank you so much for all your support. I love you all. I appreciate you. Love and light to everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tristan Ott. And also good luck for your career in the future. And also don't ever forget to my show, listen to Kimi FM, okay?
I can never forget. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tristan. And also thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for watching us. And also happy weekend for you and for all of you. Stay safe and stay healthy. See you later and see you next time, Tristan. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.